Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Paola Karoom. I am a certified Pilates instructor. I'm coming to you from Culver City, California, and welcome to my virtual Pilates studio at My Crazy Pilates Life. So for those of you who've been asking, today I'm going to be doing a live mat flow using the Pilates Ring. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the Pilates Ring before we begin. So the Pilates Ring is also known as the magic circle, and it's a fantastic tool to add to your existing Pilates routine, or if you're looking on different ways on how to create extra strength and stability challenges in a basic mat class. So I love the ring for several reasons. Number one, it's great for isometric toning. You get a great abdominal challenge. You're improving your pelvic floor toning, and it just adds a nice variety and fun to the traditional mat routine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. If you don't have a Pilates ring, check out my blog. And from there, I have links that are going to direct you to Balance Body website to go ahead and purchase your ring. It's also known as the Ultra Fit Circle. I'm going to be working with two different sizes. I also have the Pilates Ultra Fit Mini Circle as well, including just the Ultra Fit Circle. Why is there both? You'll see different exercises are going to feel much better with a standard ring, and then other exercises are going to be great with more of a minier ring. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to start off with some standing work, and I'm going to just pull my webcam down, and I'm going to be standing here on the mat, and I'm going to push you back a little bit more so you can see my feet. Yeah, and I'm going to lift this up. Perfect. All right, let's begin. So you know me, I always like to stand with a fist distance between my feet. So I'm going to place my fist between my feet, and I'm going to actively touch the hot spots of my feet. So 2 hot spots on the first toe and small toe, and 1 hot spot in the back of the heel. Actively press those feet with your hands. Trust me, it will awaken your feet, and you're going to actively press into those hot spots. And we're going to start with lateral rib breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Last one. Why do I do breathing? Breathing is one of the first and last acts that we do in life, and learning how to breathe correctly is a very important step, and it will set the tone within your Pilates workout or with any workout. So I'm going to get that mini circle now, and I'm going to show you why I use a mini Ultra Fit circle. So I'm going to place this mini ring between my ankles here. So I'm going to come back so you can take a look. If I have the normal one, it's too wide for me. I like this because it gives me a better alignment with how my femurs are underneath my hips. Okay, so I have this mini ring between my ankle. I'm going to place my hands on the waist. Here we go. I'm going to bend the knees. I'm engaging that ring, and I'm going to straighten the legs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to imagine I'm sliding down an imaginary wall. Now I'm going to transfer the weight to the 2 front hot spots. So I'm going to engage the ring and releve for 1, 2, engaging the pelvic floor, the inner thighs. Everything is zipping up through the crown of the head. Good. Let's combine it now. Bend the knees, straighten the legs, releve up. Last one. Good. Keeping my my ring where it is, I'm going to work on that lateral flexion. Inhale, feeling tall and lifted. Exhale to side bend. Inhale, feeling taller. Exhale, bring that arm down. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last set. Inhale and exhale. Last one. So when you're side bending, you want to imagine that you're a piece of toast going into a hot toaster. Don't rotate, just side bend so that you don't get burned by the coils. Good. I am going to now bring the ultra fit circle, or just the standard circle, working on rotation. Now, this is my favorite way of working in rotation, standing rotation with the ring. So I'm going to stand this way so you can take a look at me. So I still got my feet in parallel, fist distance apart, okay? That's also known as sit bones distance apart. I'm going to place this part of the ring between the gals, or the sternum, and I'm going to place my hands on the outside of the ring. Now, if you look at me, my elbows are bent and they're out to the side. That's where I want you to maintain. So let's do the rotation now with me. Inhale, press that ring towards the sternum. Hold it there. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, back to center, and release. Again, engage in the ring. Exhale, rotate the opposite direction. Inhale to come back to center, release. Last one. Now, since we're standing, and I want to still work in standing, I'm going to get my ring now, and I'm going to try to do some two-arm presses. So here, I'll just stand right here. What I'm going to do is bring that ring right in line with my sternum, and I'm going to squeeze the ring. And you can have either straight arm or a micro bend in the elbow. Inhale to prepare, and engage the ring. Release. And I'm going to stand towards you so you can see me. Last one. Now, bring it up overhead, can you? I don't know. I'm going to stand a little bit away so you can see me. Keeping that micro bend, my feet are pressing evenly, my abdominals are engaged. I'm going to press the ring in. Release the ring for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping the ring where it is. Bring the ring in between the head, and you're going to imagine you're going to pull apart the ring. Boom. Then rise it back up again. Again. So the key is to pull the ring apart as you bring the ring between the head. Last one. Good. Now, since I'm already here and I noticed that people always tell me my neck hurts, I'm going to use this ring, and I'm going to use a smaller ring because, again, you're going to see it's a little bit better for what we're going to do. I'm going to use this ring, and I'm going to strengthen what's called the cervical spine here. So a lot of people have neck problems. This is a great way to strengthen the neck muscles, which are very small muscles. So I'm going to place the ring on my forehead here. And what I'm going to do, and I'll stand on the side, is I'm going to actively press the ring slightly, but really it's my forehead that it's going to press into the ring. I'm not pressing the ring into my forehead. I am pressing my forehead into the ring. And I am strengthening the back of my neck. 2 more. If you guys haven't done so already, you guys got to try this. I know it doesn't look like much, but I am doing something. What about the side of the head? So I'm going to hold the ring here. I'm not pressing the ring into my head. What I'm doing is I'm going to press the side of my head into the ring. a little trickier. Good. Let's do the other side. I'm using the small muscles of the neck to press into that ring. Good. And now the back of the head. Yes, the back of the head. If you can't do this, I'm going to hold the ring here and I'm going to press my head into it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So I got my neck. Good. Bringing the other ring back into play. Ring on the hip. This is great single arm work here. So pressing that ring towards the hip and releasing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. These are all just warm-ups before we get into the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. My favorite exercise with the ring in standing is going to be holding the ring behind you. We're not pressing the ring. We're not doing anything. We're just holding the ring here. And we're going to try to do a roll down with a stretch, an additional stretch, using this ring. So leading with the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the chin to chest. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. The ring will just come up with you. And then I'm going to bring my hands up even higher to get a bigger stretch in the upper body. Good. I'm going to bring that ring down towards the hip as I pull the belly in, slide the shoulder blades back and down, press the hips forward, and roll back up tall. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. If you haven't tried this roll down version with the ring, you're missing out. This is the yummy part right here. Bringing my hands up overhead, even a little bit farther this time. Bring that ring down, pull the belly in, stack up tall. Again, inhale, last one here. Exhale, roll down with control, pressing into those hot spots of the feet, pull the belly in. Try to come up a little bit more, getting a bigger stretch. Good, bring that ring down. Stacking up all, press those hips forward, and opening that chest out. Good. I'm going to do one more roll down. We're going down on our knees. First, let's do that, and then I'll bring the screen down. So, no ring at all. Again, abducting the arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, roll down as if you were rolling up and over a big beach ball. Good. Walk your hands out into a downward dog. Bring your knees down to the mat. You stay on the mat. I'm going to get up and bring my computer down, but you are in a quadruped position. Great. Okay. So let's talk about quadruped position. So when we're in this quadruped position, you'll notice that my knee is over my hip. My hands are underneath my shoulders. I'm going to start off with some beautiful sternum drops, okay? Melting the heart down towards the mat. You're feeling the scapula squeeze the spine. And exhale, press those hands into the mat and make those shoulders wide, puffing out the back. 2 more. Last one. Good. Keeping in place, I'm just going to back up just a smidgy. I'm going to work on that opposite arm leg reach. So I'm not going to prep. I'm going to go right into opposite arm reach. Good. Let's do the other hand. Placing the hands firmly into the mat. Drag the left leg out and then up. Bring that leg down with control. Nothing should be moving in the torso. So the torso is trying desperately to stabilize itself. The shoulders are separated. The head is in line with the spine. Now let's combine opposite leg, arm, reach. I'm gonna start with my left arm, right leg. Inhale to prepare and reaching long. Coming back down. Doing the right arm, left leg, and reach. Let's do one more set. Good. Last one. Good. Come back into child's pose. Coming down onto prone. We're almost finished with our warm-ups. Here, my legs are separated, hip bone, in a wide position here. If you have a sensitive back, press the pubic bone into the mat. Hands along the side of the ears. Forearms are down for low swan. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the forearms in, engage the abdominals, slide the shoulder blades down and come up into a slow swan. So half extension. 2 more. Inhale to press those hands in, slide the shoulder blades down, coming up into extension, and then exhale to come back down. Good. So we warmed ourselves up into kneeling, prone. I'm going to press back. Now I feel really warmed up to get into all of the exercises that I have planned today. So I'm getting both rings. And now I'm going to begin with my mat work. So let's see where we're at. So I'm going to bring this ring between my legs here. Good. Actually, since we're starting off with our mat already here, I'm going to bring the my legs into the tabletop, and I'm going to press out into the ring just so I can activate the abductors. Or bring your arms up to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to roll the upper body up, not passing the tops of your shoulder blades. You're actively pressing away from the ring. Keep that C-shaped curve, and let's pulse the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. With each exhale, I want you to pull the belly deeper towards the spine. Pay attention to where your knees are. They should be over your hips. 20 more. Last one. Good. Hold the back of the thighs. Bring the ring off. We just finished hundreds. It's the first exercise traditionally done in a standard Pilates class. Bring your feet down. Good. Bring your legs long. And I'm going to begin with my next exercise, which is the roll up. And again, I'm going to have my hands now are going to be around the ring. So let's talk about this position first. Number 1, I want the heels striked. So a lot of people let go. I need the back of the heels strike. So there's energy shooting out to the back of the legs through the heels. There's a floating rib in the back of our rib cage. Bring that 12th rib down to the mat. So what does that mean? That means knit your abdominals down towards the pelvis. Now I'm really engaged here. My shoulder blades are back and down, and I'm going to begin with the arm overhead. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring the roller up overhead, pull the belly in, engage the sit bones, and roll up as if you were going to roll up and over a big beach ball. Good. Slide the shoulder blades down, pull the belly in, roll back down with control. Good. Let's go a little faster for flow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. Inhale. 2 more, and then I'm going to challenge it. Last one here without the challenge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So what do I mean by the challenge? This time, you're going to roll up. You're going to hold at your hardest part for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll all the way up. Slide the shoulder blade down, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, and hold for 5 at your hardest part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and roll down. Whew. Okay, we're going to begin with single leg circles. So this time I'm going to bring my ring out of it. I'm going to bring the back of my hands behind the back of the thigh, and I'm going to bend and stretch for 3 times, okay? So my leg is long, and both hands are behind the left back of the leg. Good. Inhale, and straighten the leg. The next one, you're going to lengthen the leg where it is in space. You're going to release the hands, you're going to point the toes, and you're going to draw 5 small circles for 1, 2, 5, and hold, reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knee, bring your leg back and down. Good. So what I want the pelvis to be nice and quiet as the leg moves. Good. Holding the opposite back of the thigh, bend and straighten for 3. 1, 2, 3. Pressing the leg straight. Hold it there. This is my hard part. Good. Point the toes and drawing down, up and around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bend the knee, drag that leg down. We're going to do 4 large circles now. So we're going to pull this leg in. We're going to extend the leg long. I'm going to do the Joseph Pilates leg circles. What does that mean? I'll show you. I'm going to cross the leg over the midline of the body, and now I'm going to allow the hip to come up. I'm going to swing that leg down and around, plugging that hip back onto the mat as I bring it back to start. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. We have to reverse. Come down, out and around. This is where my hip comes up. I'm going to plug it back down as that leg travels back to home. Down, up and around. 2 more. Bend that knee, bring it down towards the mat. Okay, guys, 1 more on this side, and then we'll move on, and we'll go back with the ring. So from here, lengthening the leg where it is. Inhale to prepare. Cross that leg over the midline, that hip pops off. Swing that leg down and around as you anchor that hip down for 1. Up at the top, come out, swing the leg down, up and around, plug that hip down. Great. I'm gonna show you my stretches that I'm gonna do with the ring. This is a favorite of mine. This is a favorite for my clients. We're gonna do some beautiful stretches. So here I'm holding onto the ring. I'm gonna place the complex metatarsals, or the ball of the foot, onto the pad. Good. I'm gonna lengthen this leg long, and I'm gonna hold on to here. Now, if you're new and you feel like your shoulders are traveling up, imagine sinking the shoulders down as much as possible. The elbows are bent, the chest is open, and this leg is nice and long. Good. We're gonna begin by bending and straightening the leg for 3. 1, 2, 3, hold. Now we're in a single hamstring leg stretch. If you want to increase the stretch, bring the ring or your foot towards the forehead. Your elbows will bend more as you travel the leg towards you. There is my start and stop position. You want to add a little bit more of a challenge. Let's work on that ankle strength. Let's work on that plantar flexion, dorsiflexion at the ankle. So we're gonna point the toes at the top, and you're gonna drop the heel underneath. 2, 3, and my arms are accommodating for this movement at the ankle. 4, 5. Hold that dorsiflexion. What I'm doing is I'm trying to find your shake today. Are you shaking behind the leg? If so, you are doing it right. Why do I want you to shake? I want you to shake so that you are basically micro tearing your muscle. You're gonna relax afterwards, you're gonna eat right, you're gonna drink water, you're gonna sleep right, and your muscles are going to heal. And it's gonna rebuild itself in a leaner, more meaner way. Good. I'm going to now bring one hand down. So the same arm, my left arm is holding on as I stretch my left leg, right? So this arm is down. I'm gonna place my hand on this opposite hip, because what I'm gonna do is now bring that leg out to the side as much as I can without popping the hip off of the mat, and my shoulders are plugged onto the mat. If you feel that the shoulders have shifted or that your hips are moving, please come back into a better position so that you can hold those things in place. And breathe. This particular stretch is stretching out the single adductor, which is your thigh, and a single hamstring stretch. If you want, you can bring that leg closer to your forehead to get a bigger stretch. Find your range, work within that range. Bring that leg towards the midline. Bring the opposite hand onto the ring. The other hand can be downside the mat. I'm going to cross this leg over this imaginary plumb line of my body, and now I'm working the ITB band. So sinking this femur down onto the mat as my leg travels over the body. Now I'm going to bring that ring even closer to my head so that I can feel the deepest stretch possible that I can maintain within the ITB band. If you're interested in knowing, the ITB band is a tough band of connective tissues that run along the lateral leg. And if those band of connective tissues are really tight, then it interrupts the marriage between the hip, the knee, and the ankle and the toe joint. So releasing the ITB band will decrease many of the problems that people complain about. Switching sides now. So both hands are going to come onto the ring. The other leg is worked. It's lengthened. Here we go for bending and stretching for 3. 1, 2, 3. Holding the leg in place. Bringing that ring even closer to me. I feel like, though I'm right-handed, I feel like my right side of the body is very tight compared to the left. I'm trying to open my chest. My shoulder blades are plugged down. And I'm trying to find the shake. Holding on with the same arm, bringing the other arm down by the side of the waist. Good. Allowing that leg to travel away from the center of the body, so long as that opposite hip stays down and the shoulders are plugged down. Good. Breathe. Now I have to pick up my leg a little bit because I felt my hip popping. So this is where I'm at today. I'm going to pull the ring a little bit towards me to get a deeper stretch. Good. Bringing the leg back to center, holding the ring with the opposite hand, placing that ring down on the side, the hand down by the side of the waist, and I'm going to cross that leg over this imaginary midline, and I'm going to literally see if I can lengthen that femur down the mat. And I'm going to pull that ring towards my forehead to get a bigger stretch in that ITB band. Last one. Good. Coming back to center. Release the ring. Lengthen the legs long. Woo! Bend your knees. Keep your feet flat on the mat. Bring your hands behind the back of the legs. Pull the belly in. Bring your chin to chest. And roll up to sitting. We're going ready for rolling like a ball. Rolling like a ball is really nice, especially with the ring. The ring challenges the exercise. So the way that I'm going to show you is a challenge. If you're looking for a modification, that's something different, okay? But I'm not going to show the modification, I'm going to show the challenge because I don't know who's watching, so it's just me. So a lot of the times people, when they do rolling like the ball, they use their feet. Well, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to place this mini ring between the sit bones and the back of the heels. Boop, and I'm balancing between the sit bones and the tailbone. My elbows are bent, and I'm going to round the upper body, pulling the belly in. And I want you to make sure that you have room behind you. I'm just going to come up a little bit more. Please have room behind you to roll. Please have a mat, a Pilates mat, to accommodate rolling on the spine. It's much different than a yoga mat. Pilates mat is thicker in dimension and thickness. So pulling the belly in, I'm balancing, I'm rounding forward, I look like a ball. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, roll back, coming back up, balance, again. So the ring prevents you from using the legs to find momentum here. It's really just now the abdominals are really what's working here. Upper body. Last one. Feet down on the mat. Good. Let's get into some sitting. So now I'm going to come sitting. I'm bringing back my ring. I'm going to work on a sitting spine stretch. It's another great move to stretch the mid and upper back. My legs are in a wide position, as wide as the width of the mat. My hands are in between the ring. Now, maybe I should face this way so you can see me. Now, I am working on sitting posture here. So I am sitting sharply over my sit bones. So imagine there's lava underneath you. You want to really sit up tall so the lava doesn't burn. So really feeling that axial elongation. Good, feet are flexed, energy shooting through the back of the heels. Try not to hyperextend the knees. So if you feel like your knees are pushing down too much, just keep a light micro bend. Good, engage in the ring here slightly. Inhale, coming up and over a big beach ball, keeping on top of those sit bones. And then coming back tall. Sitting up tall. A couple more. Two more. is a beginner move. This is an all levels move. You guys should be working this way, especially if you're sitting and dragging on your phone too much. Because this releases the low back and the mid back and upper back here. And you can add. So if you didn't have the ring, look at me. No ring. I'm going to use my scapulas. I'm going to glide them, okay? So look at me. Sitting up tall. Exhale to round forward. I'm allowing the back of my scapulas to come up and over the back of the rib cage. I'm going to pull those scapulas down the back as I stack up tall. One more. Arms down. Good. So let's work on one more sitting exercise. This is where I'm going to get the mini ring out. This is a second sitting exercise within the beginning of the mat repertoire. So I have this small mini circle, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to engage the ring by bending the elbow and side bending up and over the opposite direction. Good. Straightening up that arm. Again. So working on that lateral flexion in the sitting position. Ooh. Last one. Switch sides. Last one. Good. So we're moving on. So I'm going to go into my sideline leg series now with my ring. I'm sitting, we worked on kneeling, we worked supine. Let's work on sideline. Now sideline is interesting. If you're new, you're going to lie on the side, you're going to bend your elbow, you're going to make a pillow. If you're a little bit stronger, you're going to have this bottom hand support you here. Good. This hand can either be here or here. This is hard. Now nothing is holding you up. I'm just going to keep my hand here for today. So let's talk about this real quick. You're in a sideline leg position. Your leg is going to be long. You're in a nice long position. Like, take a look at yourself. Am I straight as much as possible? Yes. So in this position, we always want to engage this side oblique. So we're not resting. We are actively working by imagining this little mouse house here. Even if you can't see it, it's active. Why do I care about that? If you activate the side of the waist, then the pelvis is going to stack up nice and tall. I don't want to see the hips back, and I don't want to see the hips forward. I want these stacked tall. The legs are long. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold at the waist, and I'm going to bring the legs a little bit forward. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to pick myself up just like this. Watch me. Because I don't want to move this bottom leg. And I'm going to bring my leg now, and I'm going to rest that leg on the ring. So I'm just going to walk myself back down. Look, so now I got this nice ring here. My hips are stacked. My chest is open, and I'm going to place this free leg on top. So the bottom leg is working, and the top leg is working. I'm going to start off with some leg lifts. And I'm going to add the choreography with my feet. So I'm going to point the toes. I'm going to inhale, flex, bring it down. Press that ring. Or you can leave it like that. Inhale. If you want to leave it pointed, you can. When you come down, just press. You're getting a little bit more activation through the inner thighs. I'm going to leave it like this. Boom. Point, up, flex, down. I like the ring because it tells you where your leg is in space. And as you can see, as we move on with these different variations, you're going to see how nice this is. Good. One more here. Circles. Bring that leg in the circle now. You are going to use this top leg to trace the circle forward and back. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but this is very challenging because the bottom leg is working and the top leg is working. The side of the waist is working. Everything is working here. Last one of the small circles using the ring. Coming back to the top. Bring your leg out. Bring your leg over the ring. Now we're going to do those large circles. I'm not going to touch the circle. I'm going to tap. Coming up and tap on the back. And it's 2. Last one. And up and down. My favorite are the bicycles. So I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to straighten the leg. Here we go. Bend the knee, straighten the leg in front. Bend the knee, bring the leg between the circle. Bend the knee, press the leg away into hip extension. Bend the knee, bring the leg between the circle. Bend the knee, straighten the leg away. And again. Last one. And lengthen, 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 lengthen. Bend, coming back in and down. Pound it out. Good. Coming on to your bellies. Let's go into some swan. So we already warmed you up for mini swan. Now we're going to go into swan. So I'm going to place my hands a little bit higher now. Now it's by the side of the face. I'm in that nice wide position. So I'm externally rotated from the pelvis. I'm going to actively slide the shoulder blades down. Pull the belly in. Inhale to prepare. Press those hands into the earth and imagine you're coming up as if you were looking at a marble rolling away from you. Good. Exhale to bend and control down. Again. Last one. Bring your hands back. Press those glutes over the heels for child's pose. With extension work like that, you always want to come and do a stretch to release any tension that was built up on the back. Good. Now we have to do the leg work, side leg series on the other side. So I'm going to switch around here. I'm going to actively pay attention to how I'm going to side lie. So I'm going to find my position for my upper body. I'm going to take a peek at my toes, my legs. I'm going to see like, well, where am I in space? Fold at the hips. Good. Leaving that leg where it is. Bring that ring underneath the ankle. Walk yourself back down. Nice. Take one more peek at your alignment before we begin. However you were on the other side. Let's try to maintain that. Good. So the chest is open. This mouse house is engaged. The pelvis is stacked. Shoulders are back and down. Ready? Point the toes. Flex the heel for 1. Up. Down. Up. Down. So the accent is on the up. Last one. Bend the knee for small circles. Tracing the leg inside the ring. It's tough. For 1. 2. 3. I got 2 more. 4. 5. Good. Large circles. Bend the knee, bring that leg on top. Good. And we're going to tap. 1 and 1. 2. 3. 4. Last one. Good. Bend the knee. Drive the leg through the circle. Again, bend. Extend the leg long. Bend the knee. Straighten it. Bend the knee. Extend the hip. Straighten the leg. Keep that leg leveled with the hips. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. Good. Out. I got 2 more sets. These are so important. You're working on hip flexion, hip extension, lateral strength, legs, lumbopelvic stability. All of these things are super important for us to move better in life. Last one here. Extend, straighten, bend, lengthen, woo, and you're done with that. Good. I'm going to come up and I'm going to get more now into these bigger moves. So if you have any injuries on the upper body, head, neck, and shoulders, please sustain from doing this. I'm going to just practice a little bit of my inversion exercises using the small ring. And I'm going to start with the rollover. So I'm here. I'm going to place the ring between my ankles. And again, I chose the small ones to have better alignment with my legs. Yeah, and I'm going to come back a little bit more because, again, you want room here, guys. So, inversion exercises are advanced, super advanced exercises. This is when it's going to require you to have a lot of control in the torso. Good. Straightening the legs so that you can support the pelvis over the head. Good. So I'm going to flex my heels. I'm going to engage that ring. My arms are pressing down. They're working. My back of my arms are working. Pulling the belly in. Exhale to roll the low back off the mat. Don't roll in the neck. Good. Legs are parallel over you. Point the toes and roll down, leading with the low back. Good. Flex the heels. Press those arms into the mat. Pull the belly in and roll back over with control. Point the toes. Roll back down. Again, flex. Up, 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 up. Point and down. Okay, here we go. I'm going to point the toes. Drive the legs up and over, paralleling the legs underneath you. Good. Flex the heels and roll down. 2 more like that. So pointing the toes. Flex. Last one. Point the toes. Roll back up. Flex. And roll back down. Good. Jackknife. 1 more inversion exercise for me, and then I'm going to start pulling down the body. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Press the back of the arms down. Pull the belly in. Roll back. Here we go. So here we go. We're here parallel. We're going to, depending on your hamstring flexibility, I'm going to allow my legs to touch. Good. Pressing those upper body into the mat to extend the legs away. Roll down with control. 2 more. You know why I like this exercise with the ring? Because I feel like I'm so much more engaged with my lower body, my abdominals, because I have some information now to press into. Try it without a ring. And you're going to see how much harder it is. Woo. Good. Coming back up. Now, I'm gonna roll down. Before I roll down, if you have a foam roller, I'm gonna do some myofascial release, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. Remember, this is free flow. Let me get a foam roller. So I'm getting a foam roller. Then I'm gonna do two of my favorite exercises or releases. This is the upper back stretch. So, placing the firm roller on my upper back. My feet are flat. I'm going to require me to pick up my hips. My hands can be behind the head here. Elbows are bent. Good. I'm going to walk my feet out and I'm going to allow this roller, oh God, to roll up. And I'm going to find my real estate here. And down. Do not roll on the organs. Just stop at the bottom of the rib cage. Good. Whew. One more here. So nice to do after all that mat work. Relaxing the glutes down. I'm going to lie down. Last, where are we at? 51 seconds? Last one for today. This is a favorite of everybody's, is the neck release. Okay, so I have a dense foam roller behind my neck. My feet are flat, my knees are bent. You can hold here or you can just hold here. So here's the deal. You're gonna close your eyes. And you're gonna nod your head yes 3 times. And you're gonna feel that roller behind the neck. Now your range might not be that big, that's okay. Centering the head here. Now you're going to say no. Let's take a look at the right, back to center, and then the left. Back to center. This feels so good. Last one here. Now we're going to do it all over again. This time I want you to maybe make your range a little bit more greater now. So we're going to say yes 3 times. So we strengthen that neck, those neck muscles earlier with the ring. Centering the head. Now you're going to look, you're going to say no, but let's start with the looking towards the left. Center. Back. So we strengthen the cervical spine. It's called the cervical spine, which is the back of the neck, by using that ring, right? And now we're releasing the neck. Good. Roll the roller away from you. Relax. Arms are down. Relaxing the legs all the way down. Before you leave, I want you to close your eyes and breathe. Maybe releasing the tension in your hands, your legs, your shoulders. Releasing the facial muscles, the jawline. Start opening up your eyes slowly. Look at how I'm going to get up. I'm not going to just jump up now. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to roll to my side, bending my knees and rolling to one side and hold. Press this hand into the mat. Stacking up tall. I'm going to center myself here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had a good time working with your ring. If you don't have a ring, you should get one. I don't make money off of it, but it's a great addition to have in your home if you're looking to building some extra strength, some isometric toning. You can do a lot of this framework sitting down, lying down, kneeling, standing, whatever works for you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I am here to teach anything that my subscribers want to know. Again, I have a full Pilates studio. I am a comprehensively trained instructor, and I'm here to help you move and feel better. That's it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.